Hi there, I'm Lisa from Mythical Witchery. Welcome to my channel, and if you've been here before, welcome back. Welcome to my first edition of TarotTube Tuesday, where I do VRs, my own hashtags, collaborations with other tarot tubers, and share general information from the tarot community. Today I'm doing a hashtag, and it is called St. Patty's Tarot. This is a tag by Brittany from Cosmic Lunar Soul and Priscilla from A Life Full of Simplicity, and they get together once a month and do a live. So this will be taking place next Sunday, the 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day. So they have released their prompts for this tag, and several people have done them already. I saw this for the first time on Robin's Reflections, and I thought, what a great idea, and a really fitting first episode of my TarotTube Tuesdays, as I do have a good bit of Irish in me, and my husband was Irish, so it means a lot to me. So the first prompt is End of the Rainbow. What deck did you have a hard time finding or tracking down? And for me, that would be the Wisdom of the Caliac. Now this deck, Jane Brideson, who lives in Ireland, interestingly enough, she makes this deck available just once a year, and she does a limited print run, and you need to put your name on a waiting list to get it. So I would say that it was fairly difficult for me to get my hands on, especially as the waiting list, when I wanted to go on it, was already full. And so I would have had to wait until sometime in 2024. But she contacted me and said that she had an opening and put my name on the list. So I got a hold of this, and I'm so excited. I'll just show you it comes with the cards in a little bag, and then the little booklet is in this envelope here. So this is the booklet. And it's nothing fancy. It's just glossy stock, A4 stock that's been stapled together in the middle. And gives information on the Caliac, and then details on every card. So you get as much as you need out of this book. Let's look at some of these cards. They really are beautiful. They're big cards, and they're printed on fairly glossy stock. These are the backs. This deck is really beautiful, and it's very, very deep as well. You can spend a lot of time with these cards. They're great for personal reflection. And as someone who is firmly in my crone years, this deck is really special for me. I really do love it a lot. And of course, the landscape is special as well, being set in Ireland. So yes, a really beautiful deck. I will put links in the description box below if you would like to add your name to the waiting list and get a copy of this really beautiful, beautiful deck. So the next prompt was Pot of Gold. When you found that deck, was it worth the quest? And I would say that yes, it definitely was. I would have willingly waited to get it. I'm glad that I got it when I did. Really glad, because it is lovely and it has gotten a lot of use already. and will continue to. So yes, definitely this was a pot of gold for me. The next prompt is Shamrock Shake. What's your favorite snack when doing readings? I just want to say something about Shamrock Shakes. We do not get Shamrock Shakes here in the UK. And it's such a shame because that is something that I miss from living in Canada. We used to get them, of course, every year at this time. And I enjoyed them a lot. It's one of the things that I do miss. So Shamrock Shake. What's your favorite snack when doing readings? I do not eat when I'm using my cards. I am far too prone to drop things or spill things. And the last thing I want to do is ruin any of my cards. However, having said that, this is my constant companion when I am doing readings. It's a bottle of water with a little bit of lemon in it, lemon squash. If you live in the UK, you know what that is. Otherwise, it's just sweetened lemon juice, not with sugar, but yeah, so a little bit of lemon and some water, and I keep that with me all the time when I'm doing readings. Stay hydrated. Gotta stay hydrated. Okay, prompt number 4, Leprechaun. Do you own a rare or out-of-print deck? And if not, which one would you get if you could? So I do own a few. The first one is, and I'm not so sure that I would consider this necessarily a rare deck. This is the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle, and this was, I believe, the first edition of it. They did a recent printing of it. I think it was the 111 or something, and it was a different printing, but it is out of print again. And I do believe they're planning to bring this back into print. Originally, they'd planned it for the autumn of this year, but I think that has been delayed. So this is the little book that comes with it. So it's a decent little book. Easy to read font. It's got a number of spreads in it. It's a good book. So these are the cards, and it comes in a 2-piece box. There are 48 cards, and this, of course, is an Oracle deck. It comes with a certificate of authenticity. Comes with spreads. And these are the backs. They're really, really pretty backs. And we'll just go through a few of these cards. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love that these are basically borderless. And there is a thin little border around, but it frames it and it doesn't detract from the image at all. I think it's really stunning. So yes, this one is currently out of print. And a really, really beautiful, beautiful deck. Absolutely love this one. I'm so glad that I think I got the second last copy of the first edition before it went out of print. I was so lucky and so happy to get it. Another deck that I have that is currently out of print is the Bohemian Gothic. This came back into print for one run, and I believe that there will be another run of this again. And I managed to get this in the most recent print run. And I'm really, really thrilled that I did. Here are the backs. They use something called cold stamping, I believe it is. And it gives this almost metallic look to the cards. And I don't know if you can pick this up here or not, but it gives almost a 3-dimensional effect. And this, of course, is by Baba Studios. I have a couple more of their decks coming. Not exactly sure when, but I have pre-ordered them. And they are reprintings of the Tarot of Prague and the Victorian Romantic. They also have the Bohemian Cats, which is coming available later this year. It'll be a little different than their previous edition. So I am on the list for that because I definitely want it. This is such a beautiful deck. Really, really, truly beautiful. Absolutely love it. And I'm really glad that I got this because these things go for hundreds. So I don't like paying that much for any deck because, you know, life and bills and all that. So that one. Now I do have one more out of print deck to show you. And this is a mass market deck, but it has gone out of print. And this is the Anna K Tarot. I cannot stand the box. It's absolutely diabolical. But anyway, I do not keep the deck in the box. I actually keep the book on my shelf as well and have the box put away. But I brought it out to show you. So this is the guidebook. And this is a really special and beautiful deck. I just a shout out to Peggy from Peggy Sews, and she is Lisa Pepez's wife, and she made this gorgeous bag as well as my reading cloth, which I absolutely love. So these are the cards. I'll show you the backs first. They go so well with the bag. I'm not a huge fan of big black borders, but it actually works really well with this deck. So it is a lovely, lovely deck. And I managed to get a hold of that just probably weeks, possibly days before it went out of print. I'm really lucky. The other part of the Leprechaun prompt was, if you don't own a rare out of print deck, which one would you get if you could? And for me, that would be The Heart of Fairy by Brian and Wendy Froud. I love that deck. It looks so beautiful, and it just, yeah. I want it so badly, but there's no way that I can afford the prices that you see on eBay and other places. It's just crazy. The next prompt is for Leaf Clover, a deck you thought would be just another deck, but turned out to be something great. And for that, I have to say it would be the Neoteric Feminine Tarot. When I ordered this, I thought, don't know. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I don't know if it's going to be any good. But when I got it, I was kind of blown away by it. It comes in a 2-piece box. This is the little guidebook. It is in color. These are the backs. And it's got this lovely gilding. And it's not a horrible hurt your hands kind of gilding, which is really nice. But these are really, really beautiful cards. And I was really surprised by this deck. It is focused on the feminine, and there are very few male presenting characters in this deck. It's mostly female, feminine, and it is a really good reader. Like, just a really, really nice deck. And yes, I was very surprised by this one. Surprised and pleased. it was definitely a good purchase. The next prompt is Irish Whiskey, a deck that's always a party or a celebration. And for me, that has to be the Way of the Panda Tarot. This deck, to me, equals joy. If I were to give all of my decks keywords, this one would definitely be joy. And that's how I see a party or a celebration, is an opportunity for joy. So this deck is by Kimberly San. And oh my gosh, love it. Just absolutely love it. This is the Wonder Edition. Sorry about that. I had my, I forgot to turn Do Not Disturb on my phone, so it was dinging away at me. Okay, so this is not the Kickstarter edition. This is a subsequent printing. This is the guidebook. Just a basic guidebook, but it's got everything that you need and quite useful, and includes all the information on the extra cards that are in there. It is a magnetic flip opening box. Really cute. These are the backs, and I absolutely love them. They've got this UV coating on them. So although the stock isn't glossy, the UV coating makes those bits shiny, and they're really, really pretty. It's got this really gorgeous matte edging on it. I prefer the matte edging to gilding. I think it's like the metallic gilding looks beautiful, but it tends to chip off, and I prefer this because it doesn't chip the same way, and it's easy to fix if it does. So these are some of the cards. Just such joy in these cards. You know, you can't help but look at these and smile because they're so cute, and the pandas are just adorable. Even the more difficult cards are handled with care and with love. So this is definitely a deck that's a party or a celebration. Love this deck. One of my very favorites. Makes me happy just using it. So that is the Way of the Panda Tarot. And this is the deck that fits the prompt, Irish Whiskey. The final prompt is Rich Heritage. What deck in your collection has so much depth to it, whether with the art, the guidebook, or the readings? And for me, it is no contest. It is the Terra Volatile. This deck is stunning on so many levels. The cardstock is an absolute dream. It is my perfect cardstock. I believe it's 310 GSM. It's got a German black core with an air linen finish. This is the box. It's got the magnetic opening. These are the backs. It's so easy to shuffle, but that isn't what makes it so rich, or give it what I would say is a rich heritage according to the prompt. The artwork is stunning. It is so deep. There's so much to it. And I think that you could spend literally years studying this deck and still have things to learn. There is a separate guidebook available. I'll show you that in a moment. And it's a hardcover guidebook. And it's like a coffee table book. And there's so much information in it. And I'll show you that in just a moment here. The Terra Volatile comes with extra cards, and as well as expansion packs. And you can go through and choose the cards that you want to use, which is what I've done. So I keep the extra cards that I don't use just in the bottom there and separate them with the ribbon. Now here's the book. And it is a huge book. Huge. So big it barely fits. It barely fits on my screen. So, and it is, well, I've got that upside down, don't I? Bit of a divvy. Okay. So, and it is full color. And just beautiful. Really beautiful. So you can get an idea here of the amount of information that is included and just how deep this is. It's really incredible. And of course, it has information for all of the cards, including the cards from the expansion packs and the extra cards as well. So loads and loads of information. I have done a full flip through of this. If you'd like to see all of this in a bit more detail, I will link that at the end of this video. So that is the end of this tarot take. I want to thank Brittany and Priscilla from Cosmic Lunar Soul and A Life Full of Simplicity for creating a great tag. Their live is happening on the 17th of March at, it says 10 o'clock GMT -7. So I'm not exactly sure what time that is for y'all in North America, but if you check your YouTube, it'll tell you when it starts. I will link that video down below as well. So thank you so much for joining me today for this amazing tag and for my first edition of TarotTube Tuesdays. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like if you found it useful or interesting at all. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell if you'd like to be notified of upcoming videos. Until next time, may love and laughter light your days. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Bye.